Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Empty Child and the Doctor Dances watch along. I'm very excited to be watching this great two-parter of the Ninth Doctors with all of you. We will watch the first part, The Empty Child, at 7 p.m. BST, that's 2 p.m. EST, and then at 8 p.m. BST and 3 p.m. EST, we will be watching the Doctor Dances. So there's going to be a little bit of a break, but do say hello in the chat. So good to see all of you. Comment down below with how you are watching this particular episode. I know some of you may have the Steelbook, you might have it on Blu-ray or DVD, box set. Comment down below. This is how I'm watching it at the moment, and I've got to get it set up. This is Series 1, Volume 3. The US only got these volume sets. They're rather prolific in Region 2 and 4, but the US only got them for Series 1. Fun little fact there. Good to see all of you here. Boba Tennant, Louis Frisbee, John Fisher, the classic Doctor Who years fan, Luke Bushell, Banjo Kazooie 59, Alex's account, great name by the way, Red Tens All Sorts, Aiden Phillips. Hello to everybody here. Mr. Scarlo, how am I doing? All right. I'm back to my editor, which is great. I can edit my videos again. However, I'm afraid that rendering, when I hit the render as button, it crashes. So that's a new problem to figure out. It's a new problem to figure out. Yay. So do keep me in your thoughts and prayers as I try and figure that out, because I want to be able to put out videos for all of you. And at least I can edit them now, but I can't render them. So that's a bit of a problem. Banjo says, I'm a bit boring. No, you're not. So I'm going to watch on Netflix. I never would have known about Doctor Who. Never would have found out. Well, my dad would never have found out about it and then never shared Doctor Who with us if it hadn't been for Netflix. So I am very glad if any of you are using Netflix to watch Doctor Who, especially since it's no longer available in the US on Netflix, which is very sad. I haven't got my box set ready. Panic. Oh, we will calmly prepare all of the different ways we have to watch this. This is another at Lockdown Who live stream. I'm so excited. We all thought these were over, which they are, but Emily Cook has decided to come out of retirement for another stream, which is very, very exciting. I could play the video once I've edited it and screen record it. You're right. I may have to do that. Workarounds. But that's a good idea, Boba. Doctor Who's still on Netflix in the UK, Turkey World. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. We don't want quality degradation. Banjo Kazooie 59 says, well, actually, what's interesting, and I can't guarantee it, but what I've found with OBS's recording is software is that it looks pretty darn good when it does the screen recording. So, yeah, but I suppose it's better than nothing. I'm watching on Netflix. I'm watching on the DVD box set. Nice. Nice. All right, how are you all doing? How's your week going? Is it hot or cooler today? It's a little bit cooler today. I'm doing all right. Got 5 minutes. Get ready. Get ready. Series 1 is one of the only New Who seasons I don't have on Blu-ray. I have Series 1 on DVD. I do not own Day of the Doctor or Series 12. Well, it's a harder one to get on Blu-ray, actually. I have some limited edition sets that include it. This one right here. Can you... I don't know if you can see. Yeah, this one right here, it comes with it. But getting it separately, it's not cheap. And it's not as, easy to get as the others. Classic Doctor Universe fan. When I notice the time is 5 minutes before we watching, the DVD is still on the shelf. Oh no! Quick, get it! Whose Books? Watching it on the Series 1 Steelbook. That is a beautiful Steelbook. I'm just a little bit jealous. It only goes up to Series 10 on Netflix. That makes sense. Generally, the latest season. I don't know why they don't have Series 11 on there yet, but it makes sense that the latest season doesn't normally come out until a year later. Alex, do you know where to get the earlier main range CDs for a decent price? Mr. Scarlo asks. If you can't find them on eBay, then Facebook Marketplace. Like, keep looking. I've found there's a person selling in, I think it's Arizona or Alabama, one of those A states, and like $5 a piece for a bunch of Big Finish CDs, and but they don't ship. So the key is finding somebody who will ship, who's preferably near you. But hey, yeah. So hey, Alex, I'm Telly One. Nice. I'm just using my computer tonight. All right. Well, my week is going well, but Lieutenant said I told you in the quiz I was cold. Yep. Now I'm freezing. Oh no. I won all the DVDs from one person except Key to Time. Sadly, Railways is not to blame for the missing DVD. It's just lost in the mail, sadly. Aha. Hi, Jason Peace. How are you today? I'm doing all right. Struggling with some tech problems, but uh, I'm glad to be here. Excited to relax with some Doctor Who. Dan Johnson, hello. How are you? Been collecting some nice stuff recently. Was it the Power of the Daleks Steelbook? Congratulations. Oh my gosh. Went to Stone Edge yesterday, Louis Frisbee says. Also, I found the season 12 for £88. I might be getting it for my birthday. Is that the Steelbook or the season 12. Oh, it's not series 12. The season 12. Oh, nice. All right. 2 minutes. Get your discs, your streaming services ready. We are almost about to start. I really want to get the Chris Eccleston and David Tennant collection. Luke, it is an amazing collection. It's somewhere where I cannot reach it. My chair is firmly in front of it. Can you please watch Planet of the Dead? Turkey World says we did back on Easter Day, I think. Yeah, we did watch it. But who knows? We might watch it again at some point in the future. Just finished Dark Eyes yesterday. Congrats, Nathan. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Vegas is still crashing when I try and render. Ah, are you going to get Echoes of Extinction, Mr. Scarlo? Yes, if I can, if I can afford it when it comes out, I would love to get the Big Finish audios. Oh, we'll probably need an entire stream just to talk about Time Lord Victorious. But I do plan to make a video on the Time Lord Victorious timeline and stuff. I would like to. All right, less than a minute. Less than a minute to go. I hope to get the Time Lord Victorious, at the very least, the books and the Big Finish audios. And I already have a digital subscription to the magazine for those months. So at least those things, if not more. But it all depends on the financial part of it. I just loaded up my Blu-ray of Series 1, and it's just me, or does the theme music play louder on the DVD menu than on the actual episodes? Aiden, that might be the case. Does anybody remember the Series 4 menu with Davros, and they have these big crashing noises, and so it was super loud. All right, press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit play. Here we go. Some Christopher Eccleston. Sumiel's Let 89, hello. I'm still waiting on the Saturday watch of Paradise Towers. Have you listened to Big Finish on a stream before, Alex? Luke asks. Yes. We listened to The Chimes of Midnight. It was a listen along that Big Finish was doing. This episode opens with a nice fast pace, some sparks. Play, press play, hit play, yes. Oh boy. There's the theme, there's the theme. We are now coming up on a minute into The Empty Child. I have a confession. It will betray the robot team, Boba Lieutenant. I was thinking about Robots of Death, and maybe I was too harsh on it. It will not be my favorite story, though. Oh, good. Well, I'm so glad you're reconsidering, because I absolutely love Robots of Death. I haven't seen this since I first watched the story back in 2016, Boba Lieutenant says. Wow. Well, let's enjoy. It's starting. Yes, Aiden. Sing the theme. Nice high angle there. Mr. Scarlow, what's the difference between the Series 1 or 3 logo? I'm not sure which one I prefer. Nathan, that's awesome. I didn't know that. Hey, psychic paper. Whose books? That's amazing. You got to meet Christopher Eccleston? Oh, it's already getting a little creepy. Spock. That's amazing. Lewis, that's amazing that you got City of Death in your top three. It's probably my favorite classic story. Some nice singing and piano there. Spazzy Trish, hello. Welcome. Oh, I think he's doing stand up. You're right, Turkey World. They did a good job of this one. But that's so cool. You recently binged Christopher's entire series. It's a great series. Eccleston is just so amazing. Mine is like Chicken Little in a way. Yes. It's interesting whose books I think we all want Christopher back for the 60th, and I hope that him returning to Big Finish is a sign that he'd be open to that. Spazzy, Trish, it's great to see you again. I'm sorry to hear you've had some crazy stuff happening in the real world. It does tend to get in the way, doesn't it? But I'm so glad you stopped by. It's good to see you again. Ooh, some nice effect shots here. Serbian 89. I can't believe you're on Sylvester McCoy. Oh, I saw it. No, you're on Image of the Fendel. Oh, I saw the Curse of Fenric out of the corner of my eye. That's awesome. Halfway through Tom Baker, oh my gosh. You're basically halfway through. Oh, it's a kitty. Phone is ringing. No, take the cat with you. Have a TARDIS cat. Boba, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Oof. Are you my mommy? There it is. The plot thickens. And Phyllis, when you realize you're older than New Who. Yep. When you realize you're older, then you keep hearing about how old New Who is. It's like, ah. Hashtag artist cat for series 13. Alex's account. Yes, of course. Well, I hope you enjoy Who's books. Have a good time. Oh, this is gonna make me hungry. Whew. Rose is just hanging out at the moment. Mr. Scarlet, that would have been nice if 11 had referenced Are You My Mummy? John Barrowman! I haven't watched it in 3 years, and it is so great. I'm glad, Lewis. But it worked really well with K9. I would love if the Doctor had a pet cat or dog. How adorable would that be? Jack! Spazzy Trish, it is hilarious. It's an iconic scene. Rose hanging from a barrage balloon with a British flag on her shirt. Hilarious. Yay, Jack. Oh boy. Dinner is served. You would like that, Boba. Pet K1 instead of K9. Oh, wow. I would love it if Jack was in the holiday special. I'm cautiously optimistic that he might be. We definitely need more Captain Jacks, Bezzy Trish. I hope they bring him back for the Eccleston audios. AFAB 1, one of the best period pieces of New Who. It's a pretty darn good episode for sure. Which is your least favorite Blu-ray? Don't say season 12, blah, blah, we'll get mad. Lewis, my least favorite Blu-ray is the one that never gets released because that's going to look really annoying on the shelf. I have a least favorite. Oh, that looks good. I love it. The doctor just eating with him. That's great. Oh, does the doctor take two slices, Aiden? Oh, that's right. He did take two slices. Lewis, I missed your video today, so I watched the Dr. Seuss guide on Blu-ray. Yes, no video today, but I'm glad we can still do the live stream. Hello, Stu. How are you? I'm doing good. Enjoying some Eccleston. Always makes me happy. Boba lol. Nancy took Doctor Who's plate because he took 2 slices. Yes. It's a great line, Fancy Trish. I didn't just wake up with a craving. Oh no. I would be that kid grabbing the last bit of food. He's empty. It looks like Nancy was played by Florence Hoth and was only in these episodes of Doctor Who. I haven't actually seen Chris Berry in Red Dwarf, so I don't really have an opinion on him being the 14th Doctor Stu. Um, but I'd love a good comic actor. We haven't seen Uncle Alan in a while. He's doing well, getting up to mischief, of course. I think I'm still his favorite knuckleheaded nephew, but I don't know. Whose books the gas mask zombies need to return? That would be a good idea. Favorite series 12 episode was Scarlo. Either The Hunting of the Lady Diodati or Fugitive of the Judoon was by far a close third. You're right, Banjo. As long as they're a good actor and they are given good lines to speak, I'm totally down for anybody. Series 12 gave me Series 3 vibes with the Master, Captain Jack, and the Jejune. Whose books? That's fair. That's fair. Stu, I like that idea. The empty child sort of nanogene virus could definitely be applied to another story. Luke, yes, it's great. The hello thing. Mr. Scarlo, I'm glad you enjoyed The Haunting of Villa Diodati and the best new Who Cyberman story, in my opinion. Ooh. Jodie's signed on for season 13 and maybe even beyond. I don't think it's likely that she's leaving anytime soon, but obviously we haven't had too many things confirming that. So I don't want to say anything too definite, but looks like we're going to have several more series of Doctor Who, which is great. I would like the Empty Child to return as a monster, but I don't know how that will work, Nathan. I think it'd be cool. Series 13 might get Series 4 5 Who's books. That would be great. I'm so down for that. I would be surprised if she stayed past Series 14, but I mean, just because that's what David Tennant, Matt Smith, and Peter Capaldi have all done. Is 3 series over 4 years, but if she does get longer than that, then it's who knows. Does anybody ever remember the micro universe model of that ship? Whoa. I don't think this monster should return. I think the everybody's lives moment is so crucial to the Eccleston arc, and I think it's unique enough. I don't think it's unique enough to be recurring. Banjo, that's a good point. But I think I'm always open to people doing a good job with any monster returning. So I think they could do a creative spin on it, maybe. Because that's the thing with returning monsters, you don't want to just recreate the original story, because then you'll be competing against nostalgia, and you'll never beat that. I'm about 23 minutes and 23 seconds in. Oh, that's awesome, Stu. Some season 14 DVDs and survival. Great choices. That's fair, Athag one. Eccleston is so good. He has such a range from comedy to seriousness. Dan, I'm so cynical when it comes to returning monsters. I think there needs to be a balance. Although season 20 just went with it 100%. I haven't heard that, bud. I'm not ignoring your comments. I may have missed them, Turkey World, but I'm. Oh, I did miss your last one, but probably won't make it to Series 14. I don't know, Turkey World. I don't know. They might have a regenerate after Series 13. That could make sense. Stu, I'm not sure that I would do a Scream of the Shaka live stream just because I'm not sure as many people would have it. Um, I try and stick to things that you can either get on BritBox or um, so that most people can watch it as well. But I'd be open to maybe doing it at some point if enough people want to do it. Lewis, a stream for season 26. We did Survival, um, but and Battlefield. So we've done 2 so far. I love them dancing on top of the ship. Any news on Series 13? I don't have any news, ATHAG1. I wish I did. Rose makes such a fool of herself with Jack, but who can blame her? Lol. Spazzy Trish. That's fair. I love that she's like essentially trying to con him. Boba, I know you've been talking up Meg Loss as a live stream. This is such an iconic episode, Aiden. You're right. And the effects are working for me. Yes, to Meg Loss. Oh, the Doctor. Hey, Thag, I hope we don't have to wait 2 years between series. I hope so too. Stu, that would be an awesome birthday present. So excited for Fury. Great dialogue between the Doctor and Nancy. Oh, good. You've got more Tom Baker, Papa Tennant. What are your favorite Big Finish stories, Alex? Luke? Ooh, that's a good question. I love the all of the Eighth Doctor series, especially the series 4 finale. Um, I really enjoyed um, the Dalek Empire series, Jago and Lightfoot, Gallifrey series 1, and then ooh, from the main range, Fearmonger is good. Ooh, the Apocalypse Element. So many good ones. I really enjoyed Phantasmagoria, which on a second listen through, um, those are just some of them off the top of my head. I'm glad you enjoyed the Idiot's Lantern Who's books. Oh, we'll leave some for the rest of us, Dan. Great. Oh. Ooh. Albion Hospital. This looks like the gateway to Arkham. Like, Turkey World, what would you do if you were a Time Lord? I really want to know. Oh, first thing I would do would be go back and see my cousin Tori, who passed away a couple years ago. But beyond that, I would just explore the universe and have a lot of fun. Um, yeah, that would be it. Definitely get my own K9. Yes, Phantasmagoria is so good. Oh, good, Aiden. Another fan of Phantasmagoria. Nice. The Chimes of Midnight. It's a great one. Athag one. Spare parts. Oh no, Dan just kicked my controller and now I'm a few minutes behind her ahead. Oh no. Oh no. Stu, that's cool. I make my own Lego Doctor Who custom figures, mainly the Doctors. Example, Screaming the Shalka Doctor. I There's a great video on the Doctor Who Adventures channel of like custom minifigure designs. Thank you, Boba. Appreciate that. She was a Doctor Who fan as well. What would you do if you came across the empty child, Turkey World? Uh, Scream and run and hide. Thank you, Stu. Miss her a lot. Well, I told you one of them was robots. Robot. That's cool. Oh, he's from Merlin. Played Gaius in Merlin. That's great. Anybody remember Merlin? Oh, Luke, that's a lot of 24 region 2 DVDs. That's awesome. Spare Parts is really great. Although I say that, I haven't listened to it yet. I need to. I've started it. I need to finish it. Anybody remember Merlin? I enjoyed that show. This episode just so tense as well. And yes. Tried to watch Merlin, but I couldn't get into it. And okay. It is quite formulaic. So if you don't, I mean, it does get better as the series goes on because you know they have overarching plots, but it is quite formulaic. So if you don't enjoy the formula, you're in for a fair amount of the same thing. Yes, but Tori was a fan of Doctor Who. Whose book she was actually mentioned to being at her funeral in Farewell, Sarah Jane. Ooh. I'm just assuming there should watch season 14 right now, but then that's fair. That's fair. Mine just ended. I was way out. Oh, damn, that is way out. Happiness Patrol is legendary. Surveil's on 89. Oh, that's creepy. They're not dead. Happiness Patrol. You loving Happiness Patrol. So that surprises me. Stu, I need Paul McGann back on Doctor Who again. Really, ATAC one. Who did he play? Hi, the Rebel of Time. Fantastic. Oh, this scene is creepy. Alex, that's awesome that you own all of the Lego Doctor Who sets. I do not. I don't think I own a single Doctor Who Lego. Lego is so frustratingly expensive. Really, in Creature from the Pit, that's so cool. Oh, now, this effect ages pretty well. Hello, Rebel. I'm glad you stopped by to chat, though. The gas mask transformation is so scary, Boba Tennant. Yes. The effect stands up very well. Hey, the Doctor meets Jack. Oh, he would have made a great Doctor, ATAC. Mr. Spock. 9 centuries in, I'm coping. you could get a second box set of the collection besides season 19, what would you get? Mr. Scarlo asks. Second of the season 26 one, because I haven't got it yet. And I would love to have to just get it for the pre-order price. The effects look so much better than I remember, Spectre. Some of them hold up really well, which is great. I love Merlin. Good, Rev 10. Good, that's awesome. That's an interesting idea. Whose books? If Chris did series 1, 2, and 3, David 4, 5, 6, Smith 7, 8, 9, Capaldi 10, 11, 12, and Whitaker 13, 14, 15. It's interesting. What if? Boba, I need to go watch Robot to cheer me up. We'll cheer you up. Love the retro look. Boat captain. Oh, it's creepy. Run! Oh, there's the pointing. The micro universe empty child figure was pointing just like that. Human DNA is being rewritten by an idiot. Lol, Spency Trish. Go ahead, Banjo. Oh, all those gas masks. I have goosebumps now, Boba Tennant says. Oh, right? Oh boy. Oh, great. Don't let him touch you. Ah, oh, no. Oh, it's her sister. Or it's his sister. Oh, I forgot. Oh, that is creepy. Whew. I would love it if Jodie Whittaker one day does Big Finish Shoes books. I expect so. Everybody else has fallen in line, sans Smith and Capaldi, but so I guess by everybody else I mean David Tennant and Matt Smith. No, David Tennant and Chris Eccleston. All right, so that is the end of part one, The Empty Child. Don't go straight to the next episode. We will be starting the next episode come 8 p.m. BST, 3 p.m. EST. So get that ready to go on your players. But until then, we will hang tight and talk about some Doctor Who. Okay, let's talk about Time Lord Victorious. I hope to do a video on all of that coming out, but they just released the timeline of events. It is quite confusing. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I'm very excited for it. I'm very excited for the stories. I'm only worried about the overall price of everything because my normal strategy with getting Doctor Who stuff is to just not go for the latest stuff unless it's something that's really really cool. Um, because I'll just wait and get it secondhand on sale, um, stuff like that. But with this, it's something that like everybody's going to be getting. So you kind of have to if you want to keep up with everything, then you're gonna have to pay the upfront price. So that's obviously going to affect what I end up getting. But they'll have that escape room. That's sort of the first thing to come out. But I don't know if they'll how they'll be handling that with current restrictions. But then next is some comics, which you can get digitally as they for I think that's the cheapest way to get them as they come out digitally. You can also order them through Forbidden Planet physically, the different comic issues. I think Forbidden Planet has an exclusive cover limited to 500 copies of issue one. And one thing that was confusing me is there's coming out later, I think sometime in November, there's a Time Lord Victorious comic book that's coming out that collects the two Time Lord Victorious comics, but those are called Defender of the Daleks. And on the timeline, it says the Defender of the Daleks collection. But if you go to the links for that graphic novel, it's called Time Lord Victorious. So that's the thing. There will be a comic included with Doctor Who magazine um, called Doctor Who Monstrous. That'll be 3 issues. Um, and I don't know if the magazine is going to be that cover with uh, Time Lord Victorious on it, or if that's the cover of the comic that comes with it. But my impression was that it'll be inside Doctor Who magazine. As for the comic, obviously Big Finish has some audios. You can pre-order those. Download being the cheapest. That's what I'll do. And I'll be getting the books as they come out. I'm very excited about that. The annual comes out early September. Um, I will be doing a whole video breaking all of this down. But uh, if I can, yeah, I'll be able to edit it. And worst comes to worst, I'll just screen record the video and upload it that way. All right. Um, this cliffhanger is so good, Aiden Phillips says. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Boba Tennant, Tom and Victorious is having way too much revealed. It is too overwhelming. I will only want to get it if K1 is involved. Oh, Luke, I wonder if we'll get 10th Doctor Adventures with Martha. That would be amazing. Also 11th Doctor Adventures. Yeah. So Tom and Victorious is um it's a lot like Marvel. It's the sort of the Marvel Cinematic Universe where you can watch any of the movies and it leads up to, they are all kind of related, um, but you can watch any of the movies separately and not really get spoilers. Now, there's Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. You want to watch those in order. So certain things like the magazine with issues 1, 2, and 3 of Doctor Who Monstrous. Anything that has, like the 2 books, you'll probably want to read together. Those are kind of separate. I suppose you could just read one and then the other, but I think it's best if you were to read both of them. And then the audios, there's an Eighth Doctor trilogy that you would want to listen to. The Echoes of Extinction, it's an Eighth Doctor and 10th Doctor story. You'd want to listen to those. So within a couple of categories, you'd want to listen to all of the things in those subcategories, but you can just listen to the audios and you don't necessarily need to read the books or have read the comics. There are also short stories that are coming in the magazines that come with the 4 figurine sets being released by Eagle Moss Hero Collector. So that was something that was confusing to me because it was like on the Time Lord Victoria's site, it shows the short stories as being a thing. Like Mission to the Known is a great name because it plays off of Mission to the Unknown, but uh, the on the timeline, it's just shown at the short stories don't show up, and you just see the figurine collections. Uh, Time Lord Victorious is the plot is sort of it's sort of like if they were to make us a bunch of stories all about the Time War, uh, where you can listen to individual ones, and it's sort of each of those stories takes place within this setting, but they're mini episodes. So think of Time Lord Victorious as a universe with different stories set within that universe and that plot. And it's basically playing around with the idea of the dark times, like early in the universe of Doctor Who, and what was going on there. And Brian the Ood is going to be a character throughout a lot of the media. Daleks will be involved heavily. But there's still a lot out there. I'm not sure that I've got it all figured out. I'm sure I don't. Um, but yeah, that's the sort of thing. For me, I know it's frustrating that it ends in December because there's stuff that I would put on my Christmas list for things like this. I don't think I'll be getting the vinyl just because I don't have a vinyl player, and I figured those things are normally exclusive or limited, so I wouldn't necessarily want to take it away from somebody who actually has a vinyl and a huge vinyl collection that they want to keep complete. Um, but there's a lot. I mean, the figurines are expensive. The exclusive comic book issue is expensive. Um, and I can't imagine trying to keep up with like everything, including like the Big Finish CDs and vinyl. Alex, who's your favorite Doctor? Mine's 578. Stu, it's most often between the Fourth Doctor and the 10th Doctor, depending on the day. They will be one of them will be my favorite, but it really depends. Whoever I'm watching, I can often really they just shoot out to the top of my favorites list. I have a soft spot for Hartnell. I love John Pertwee. Sylvester McCoy is pretty darn cool. Eighth Doctor is brilliant whenever I'm listening to his audios. I love the Ninth Doctor. They all sort of float to the surface. Speaking of the MCU, Alex, will you make a video about your thoughts on the franchise? Boba, probably not on this channel. As for the MCU, I really enjoy the movies. I'm not like so involved that I like get really bothered by particular choices on how they deal with the continuity of stuff. I'm not that involved in the comics, but I have loved them. I think I've seen for every Marvel film, and we always try and go to theaters and see the latest one. So love it. K one of the dogs, take your pick, Daleks. What about the tote bag? There's a tote bag? Third time I think the new series is not in the main universe, but in the Unbound universe. Whoa, that's a big, that's a big theory. Just watched the 10th Planet earlier for the first time. Heartless Regeneration is so sad, Luke. It's 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 more. It's even more sad when you are aware that of how like basically for from I think regeneration is sadder when the actor who plays the Doctor didn't want to leave, and like every actor who plays the Doctor is always sad to go. Obviously, most of them, you get what I mean. Most of them are sad to leave, but I think it's sadder for people like Colin Baker who didn't get a choice about not being the Doctor. He wanted to set a new record, beat Tom Baker's record. Um, whereas Patrick Troughton, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, John Pertwee, they all like chose to leave the show when they wanted to, but William Hartnell didn't really get to. Like he kind of made that choice, but he would have played that role forever if he could have. Yes, t-shirts and mugs are vital to the story. Alex Hayden Phillips. Oh gosh, wow, I didn't even know that they would be a thing. The only thing I will be getting for Time Lord Victorious this Christmas is the comics, the books, Big Finish, and the figurines whose books. Well, that's most of it. So you'll be doing pretty well. I definitely want to get the graphic novel because I do love Doctor Who comics. Um, and it's sort of about like I just want to like I'll be getting probably I hope the Kindle versions of the comics when they come out because I do want to keep up with as much of the Time Lord Victoria's story as possible. The Minds of Magnox with the 10th Doctor I think is coming out on CD. So whether it's CD or download, and I'll go for those first hopefully, and if there's something I want to get later, I'll get it you know secondhand off of eBay down the line. Hashtag don't skip the tote bag. What is this? Why did Colin Baker want wanted about 8 seasons of the Doctor. I I think he was really excited to play the role, and just wanted to beat the record. You know, it's funny when Hartnell said you'll have to speak up on death. Oh, I forgot about that. Top five monsters in Doctor Who, Nathan. Oh, Daleks for sure. I love them. I know they've been done a lot, but I love them to pieces. Um, Cybermen for me, Centaurans, the Candyman, and ooh, the Great Vampire. That's something I really hope we see in Time Lord Victorious. The Great Vampire. Hear me out. Just the idea of the mythology, like Doctor Who does, has such the very reason that Doctor Who is able to survive, and the very is what causes it in that various writers can just pick it up and keep writing the show as they would have it be written, being means that we have such a hard time dealing with continuity. And because there isn't one overarching author, means that the show can go on, but it also means that we don't get the same sort of integrated mythos that other fandoms do when it's just one writer writing the whole thing. No, I'm sorry, Bo, but K1 is not on that list. The Pating, Aiden Phillips, oh my gosh. Uh, so that's something I miss about Doctor Who is not having like a defined really mythos. So the idea of giant bats from the early days, before the Time Lords were fighting Daleks, they were ramming giant bow ships with that whole stake through the heart thing into giant bats the size of planets. It's insane. And yes, in TV we only saw it executed in a little puppet hand, but I mean that whole idea is just incredible, just incredible. So I think the Time War Eighth Doctor is the first incarnation of the Doctor in the Unbound Universe. Stu, wow, you thought about this. Nathan Epley Bobasena just says K1 for all 5 spots. Just love the Weeping Angels, but oh, that's a good one too. And I like the Silence. I'm not a huge fan of Series 6 in general, but the Silence were really good. I would love Colin to have 8 seasons. I know that Ben for those productions is a fan of Colin's Doctor Who's books. He is a great doctor uh, in Big Finish. He proves that time and time again. And in some of his episodes, you see a side to him that I think he just needed to mellow out. Like the 12th Doctor in Series 8, like a lot of people got an impression of the 12th Doctor and then were like, I just didn't like him and didn't bother with Series 9 or 10, which for me, the 12th Doctor's gets better and better as time goes on. So I think that's a shame. Boba's getting mad, lol, yes. Oh, Jaffa Cakes, Banjo Kazooie 59. That sounds brilliant. I've been rewatching Series 6 is better than I give it credit for, Aiden Phillips. Well, I'm glad. I mean, I love the opening two-parter, not just because part of it is set in uh, a country that I live on, but I think the whole story is just spectacular. And of course, you get oh, what is that actor? He's been in everything. He played uh, Everett Canton Everett Delaware the third. Uh, he's great too. And the Silence. Those are some great stories. The Doctor's Wife, obviously a fan favorite. You get this closing time sequel to The Lodger, which I love for James Corden. Uh, what is the best Blu-ray box set you can get? Robot is in season 12, so if you say season 12, you'll be saying Robot is the best, so say season 12. With the best, I mean, as far as like value on the market, see the original season 12 is the best value you can get. But for me, I'm I love the larger sets where you get more stories. I love the season 10 set, and I have a feeling I would really love the season 14 set. I just don't have it yet. Oh, but you're such a character, lol. But says yes. I gotta say, I do like the season 12 Blu-ray. Uh, there's some great artwork too. There's so much good artwork in these sets. I love it. 4 minutes to go. Whose books? Yes. Make sure you're ready to press play on the Empty Child in 4 minutes. Banjo says the God Complex is completely and absolutely underrated. Nice. Season 26 Blu-ray, Nathan Appley. I was so expecting it to be just a 5 disc set. Like, I thought that was sort of the standard they were going to do, that 1 disc per story plus a bonus disc. But to see them put on the various different versions for season 26 was like so encouraging. I'm like, that's amazing. And I hope they do that with other stories that have different versions. Does that mean we'll get a separate disc for Planet of Fire? Who knows? Who knows? But my favorite box set will definitely be any that come out with a complete 60s season. I like the God Complex, Dan Johnson says. Boba Tennant, I'm sorry, Robot is not my favorite, but it's your favorite. So we're not all gonna have the same opinion on Doctor Who, and that's good because that's what I love about hearing when you guys say that God Complex is underrated, or um, that we should watch Magloss again. Like, it helps me reconsider and find more joy in episodes that I didn't previously give a fair chance. And Logopolis, I didn't like at first. Saw it in theaters. I so love it now. It's amazing. I'd love a season 5 Blu-ray box set, Luke. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. It's just could be so many discs for earlier seasons. Like season 3 is 10 stories, isn't it? I think. Um, like that would be an 11 disc set. Surely they're gonna have to split it up into 2 parts. 12 is certainly the best, with season 14 coming in a close second. Bud says, yeah, the Tom Baker sets I think are particularly beloved by fans. But they've definitely got to put out a 5th or a 3rd Doctor box set soon. Boba Tennant, could you imagine what would happen if the BBC put me in charge of Doctor Who? Just K1, all the way. They might have to release series season 3 in 2 parts, definitely, Luke. Yeah, yeah. That being said, if they're just doing the audio of the missing episodes, then season 3 will have probably the smallest number of discs, unfortunately. But I hope that they animate a lot of the episodes. Because the thing you can do too is once an episode gets animated, you just swap it with what's in the Blu-ray, and as long as they have the same bonus features, good to go. Get ready to press play in pretty soon. Once the clock changes, just started a countdown, but it's not changing. 1 minute to go. Whose book says, all right, press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boba would bring back the Axons. My favorite Doctor Who enemy. Wow. Oh, here's the recap. Jack Harkness. I would never bring back the Axons, lol. Boba Tennant. uh, hashtag bring back the Rana. Yes. Classic Doctor Who fan. Yes. Go to your room. Yes, whose books? We, we would sing Doctor in Distress and protest. Those would have been terrible last words. Whenever she says Jamie, I think of Fraser Hines and not this poor little kid. Turkey World, some kids are less scared of things than other people. Stew. Oh, bring back the Sea Devils, yeah. Idris Elba and James McAvoy. Ooh. Oh, they would be great. That's cool. Yeah, Idris Elba would be a great doctor. I may miss some comments, so if there's one you want me to see, uh, let me know or copy and paste it again. Oh gosh, Luke. That would be interesting. We have started the Doctor Dances. We are 4.5 minutes in. That meal just looks so good. Whoa, the mask comes off. Oh, oh. I've been watching Doctor Who since 2008, 2000, 2007. It's been a while. Bananas are good. 14 years, Dan. Wow. Captain Jack. Aiden, yeah, it's not too hard to have been watching longer than me. I didn't grow up with it. Like, I started watching when I was 11. So yeah, you could definitely be the same age as me or around that, and I've watched it for longer than me. I've been watching since 2017. Nice. That's a good Good year. I've been watching since 2016, Boba Tennis says. I chose a great year to catch up, Boba Tennis. Yeah, I mean, well, it's better than being all caught up from 2015 and then having to wait a year for 2016. Nice, whose books? Smooth Smith is a great doctor. We are 7 minutes in. About 5 years for Spazzy Trish. My first story was the animated Shada stew. Wow. Did you think all of it would be animated like that? Or I really love the soundtrack in this episode, Aiden Phillips. It's good. I've been watching since 2016, Turkey World. Nice. Watched Doctor Who since the 14th of October 2018. This is so cool. You guys are all like new to the show in this, and well, I say new, it's 2020, so within the past 5 years, it's so cool that people are still getting into Doctor Who. I love it. I love it. Bud says, like I said before, I'm an old man, been watching since 1972 when I was 11. That's amazing. Ah, I love that you can be a Doctor Who fan for your whole life, and that's why I hope the show keeps going. First classic Doctor Who was Seeds of Doom. Nice, Nathan. That's a good story. Well paced for a six-parter because the first two parts are essentially a little story of their own. Also, when I was considering how good Robots of Death actually is, Boba says, I was thinking about Ark in Space, and now I shall never rank season 12 ever again because now I have all the stories. It's hard to pick sometimes. It really is. So creepy. Banana. Good source of potassium. Boba's having a crisis. Oh no. Banjo for robot team. Bananas are good. Now I want a banana. I feel like the Ninth Doctor would like a good banana bread. I make a good chocolate chip banana bread with brown sugar on top so it gets a nice crust. Oh. Bud Simpson, I'm so stoked to see you youngsters getting into this great and iconic show. I'm so glad. It's so cool to have. We really have quite a range of quite a mix of fans in the Who crew. So I'm so glad that we're all just so excited about the show. What do you prefer, classic Who or new Who? Stu asks. I honestly, New Who got me into the show, so I'm always gonna have that be my nostalgia. But I love classic Doctor Who so much. So I feel very lucky to be in that position where I can love both of them in a really unique way because I'm choosing to love classic Who as much as I do. It's not just nostalgia because I grew up with it, right? So I don't Yeah, I love them both. Really, I do. And that's what I love about the Wilderness Years too, and all the books and audios, is that they, especially Big Finish, they link the two together so well. I'm all for crossing the divide between new and modern Who because it's all Doctor Who, and I love it. I love it all. Jelly babies aren't even fruit. Ugh, I did not read that Turkey World. Jelly babies are superior. I I'm so frustrated that I have to order jelly babies online. I wish I could just go to a store down the corner and get them. I've been reading for almost 6 years. Oh wow. Check. Huh. Here in the UK, jelly babies are everywhere. Oh, banjo. That's so amazing. Warms my heart. I haven't seen them in any stores in my area, but you can get them on Amazon. I love this Stephen Moffat trait of something ordinary that's going on. So who's typing? And you're like, wait a second, what? Now the sound of a typewriter can be creepy. I have four TARDIS now, Mark. That's cool. Alex's account. Does anyone here watch Batman March? I've heard of him, but I do not. Yes, if I'm still blinking, you know it's going. Ah, so I get sucked into the episode. I'm so invested in the story, right? Right? Just typing, "Are you my mummy?" Oh, I'm 16 minutes into the Doctor Dances. See ya, Turkey World. Thanks for stopping by. The world doesn't end because the Doctor dances, cuts to the title, The End of the World. Oh, that's great, Alex. Yeah, it does that, yeah. Ooh, Mark, you've got the third Doctor in TARDIS, regenerated fourth Doctor in TARDIS, second Doctor in TARDIS, and third Doctor in TARDIS. Still need the fourth Doctor in TARDIS from Shada and the fifth Doctor in TARDIS. Well, nice. 4 out of 6 isn't bad. Oh, that's right. See, normally I'm answering people in the chat, and I don't see that. I want Rowan Atkinson back as the Doctor. Whose books? I so want that. Favorite Sonic? Oh, 11th Doctor, because green is my favorite color, and the laser screwdriver is pretty darn cool. And then the third Doctor as well. I like that yellow spiral. Hello, Chris. I'm doing well. I was frustrated by some tech problems, still get some tech problems with my editor. It's crashing whenever I try and render, but watching Doctor Who and talking with all of you, I'm feeling better. Oh, Boba, you're gonna freeze to death soon. Oh no. Which Doctor's regenerated in the TARDIS? Nathan asks. First Doctor did. Uh, don't really know for the second Doctor. We know that the third Doctor recently, fell out of the TARDIS and was recovering from regeneration. Fourth Doctor didn't. Fifth Doctor did. Sixth Doctor, we don't know. Well, no, we do, yeah. Sixth Doctor did. Seventh Doctor, right outside. Eighth Doctor, no. Fourth Doctor, yes. Ninth Doctor, yes. 10th Doctor, yes. 11th Doctor, yes. 12th Doctor, yes. Yes, Chris, this episode is fantastic. Absolutely. Halfway through. Luke, I wonder what happened to the second Doctor after the War Games. But it's season 6B. It's valid theory. The Celestial Intervention Agency. Oh, I hope Stu. I hope Rowan Atkinson would be great. Oh, Lieutenant. So basically, my house is called not Canada. Oh, oh no. Oh, so creepy. And Phillips, I know. I could do with it being cooler. This is the normal ratio that OBS gives me for my webcam. Yes, I have, Mark. Yes, Scream of the Shalka. Believe I have. I might not have. May have at one point, but it's been a while. I'm sorry, Luke. Having technical difficulties. Oh, Robert Downey Jr. would be amazing. David Banks? Maybe your webcam is just in 4:3. I usually zoom in to be 16:9. Hmm. Yeah, I could. Suppose I could just do that. Normally, yeah, I have the text around me. My favorite Doctor is the 10th Doctor, nice, and the 5th Doctor, classic. That's so cool, Chris. I love, I love it when when somebody's favorite Doctor is the 5th Doctor. You don't see that a lot. But I love the 10th Doctor. Oh my gosh, Iron Man is the best. Robert Downey Jr. would be such a great Doctor. Spectre says yes, 100%. Oh, Aiden wants it to go back to 4:3. I know, Bubba. It's sad. I do have the Curse of Fatal Death on VHS. It's here somewhere. Yes. Sixth Doctor stories recommended. Stu, Vengeance on Varos. I personally love the two Doctors. Um, and Trial of a Time Lord. Sonic screwdriver can reattach barbed wire. Go ahead, Chris. Junior Hooker assemble, yes. Yes, Aiden. Oh, Boba. Patrick definitely carries our team. I only get the two doctors in Revelation of the Daleks too. Oh, I also like Attack of the Cybermen. That's a good one too. And Mark of the Rani. You gotta see the Rani stories at least once. You getting the Fury from the Deep Blu-ray? I hope so, Mark. I hope so. I'm so excited for Fury from the Deep. This is a great episode, Lewis says. Yes, I'm enjoying it. Yes, Chris. But we all do pretty decent on Scramble Who. We get one each Boba Tennant. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I feel like we could get it with more time. That's fun. Will the Underwater Menace be animated again? I hope so, Nathan. I hope so. I think we forget about it because it's a DVD on the shelf, but they haven't properly animated it. I've pre-ordered the Steelbook for Fury, and it's the first story to feature the Sonic. Yes, whose books? I'm pre-ordering Fury for my birthday. Can't wait, Aiden. That's awesome. Happy early birthday. Christopher Eccleston is such a good actor. Yeah, you did get Peter Davison in Planet of Giants. Who was it I got? The End of the World. Let's hope Musical Who doesn't come back, but then pre-ordered Fury from the Deep on Steelbook as well. I'm excited. Spazzy Trish, that's awesome. I have not seen The Mandalorian, Mark, but I want to. It's actually exactly a month to my birthday today as well. I just realized. Well, happy early, exactly a month to your birthday, Aiden. Are you excited for the Ninth Doctor Adventures on Big Finish? Luke says that's. I am so excited. I'm beyond excited. Nanojink is referenced in Fugitive Who's books. I forgot about that. That would be great, Luke. See more adventures with the Ninth Doctor in his own. Stu, we have plans to bring back the series. We're working on that now, but Luke got too busy with school. It's all that happened there. Luke's actually recorded his segments for the series, bringing it back. So now it's just a matter of me filming my segments and um, editing the series again. So it's in production. We got Eccleston into Big Finish now. We just need to get Capaldi. Got to catch them all. Yes, Spazzy Trish. Yes, 100%. My favorite TARDIS console, Mark, is the 11th Doctor Series 5 TARDIS. I love it. Love it so much. Um, it's just so fun. And I love the 8th Doctor's TARDIS from the comics because it's got that open roof out into space. Just so beautiful. So, second to last come Stu. The 26th incarnation of the Doctor, played by Sophie Turner. We get a degeneration, and the Doctor goes back to his fifth incarnation. Interesting. So you want Peter Davison back? Come on, Nano Jeans. Hey, come on. Hey, hey. That's so nice. No. What do you think the curator in Doctor Who, Nathan? I love seeing Tom Baker back, so I love him for that. Um, but it's confusing my continuity. But yeah, I would love having Tom Baker back at Doctor Who. Goodbye, Captain Jack. This is a great moment coming up. Whoa. Yay! Everybody lives. What's going on? What did I miss? We're 36 minutes in, yeah. This is the tale of Captain Jack Harkness. And everybody lives, yes, Spazzy Trish. Got about 5 minutes left. Although it seems to be ending up, wrapping up. Oh, there's this little bit with Jack. Under the sink. Oh, 100%. Oh, Chris Gray, your Turkey World. Oh, cool. Oh, I love this ending. Dan says, yay. Just so Jack talking to the sassy spaceships, Spazzy Trish. Yes, Captain Jack is awesome. Yeah, well, I don't get all of the comments. Apologies, but there are a lot of them. But yeah, it's cool you've got two accounts. Aw, they rescue Jack. Disco lights, that would have been great too. Yes, one of the charts needs to have a disco room. Luke, that would be cool. There's a lot of Big Finish. Hey, probably in a comic, yeah. I'm sorry, Turkey World. You're always welcome back. Captain Jack Harkness is one of my favorite characters. I literally named my dog Captain as a nod to Jack. Spassy, that's great. I was meant to meet John Barrowman at LFC last year, LFCC, but his line was terribly long. But I did get a photo with Jenna Coleman. That's cool, whose books. Uh, okay, this is later on in the series than I thought. Wow, well, there we have it. There we have it. All right, well, that was Doctor Who, The Empty Child, and the Doctor Dances. Thank you all for stopping by and hanging out. It's great to see you all, and I hope that you will all keep growing your knowledge collection and connection, and I will see you in the next video. Good to see all of you. Thanks for stopping by. Turkey World, Nathan Epley, Boba Tenant Stew, Spazzy Trish, Who's Books, Aiden Phillips, Nathan, Luke, so many others. Thank you all for being here. Banjo Kazooie 59, Mark Stevenson, thank you all for dropping by. It's good to watch the Ninth Doctor with all of you. I hope that you have a great week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.